Personally, I think there's nothing wrong with bad graphics. I play more 8-bit games than I do modern games. I will play Terraria for hours on end, and I think the graphics for that are just absolutely appropriate. Where? Okay, so this is the Watchtower. How the maps work in this game is you have 3 central cities. I hear they're adding more. I hear they're adding a mentor around the Flash. But there are 3 central cities, and they're all connected with one big thing. I don't know what the villains is. For the hero, you get the Watchtower up in space. Pull up the map. As you can see, that's a teleporter to Chinatown, that's a teleporter to East End, that's a teleporter to Little Bohemia. That is where I need to go, because I have a quest there. I'm now going to show you the travel power. I have acrobatics. So basically, yeah, I get to parkour it all up, Prince of Persia style. Acrobatics is tricky when you first get it. I'm not gonna lie, it is really difficult to use. Like, the first time I was running around with acrobatics, I was running up walls, I was Spider-Manning all over the ceiling. I thought that was just really weird. The controls with it are not perfect. Not by a long shot. Alright, so let me run to Metropolis, Little Bohemia. I'm going to show you some combat and hopefully some more parkour, because that is my favorite. Honestly, that's my favorite thing about the game. Speak with the Flash. I'm level 8, I believe, so I've been playing a while. I believe the max level in this game is 30, which I think is just amazing. Game developers who are planning to make MMOs, don't make the max level 80. That's a grind fest. No one wants to play those. It's World of Warcraft all over again. As you can see, people in the background will be there during the cutscenes, and for some reason, what the guy was doing at the time when he talks to you, he will keep doing that. He was basically using my face as a whatever the heck that is. I'm pretty sure actually I can break it. Lol. I can't break these, but I was able to break the stuff in the background. You can break so much stuff in this game. It is very, very appealing. Even if you are a hero, the ability to break so much stuff in this game is still very, very appealing. Okay, so this is Little Bohemia, one of the 3 central cities. As you can see, I'd show you. Wait, no, I can do this. No, I can't. So as you can see, I've got that compass up in the upper right corner. I would normally show you, but this game uses a real-time combat style, so all I have is I have a target reticule, which I can't adjust. This game can very easily turn into a third-person shooter at times, but sort of at melee range, especially since I'm running around with claws. If you didn't notice, actually right now I'm running around bare-handed. I have claws, I just don't know why they're not popping out. Look at this view. This is awesome. That is a Brainiac ship. I'm pretty sure that's where... No, they don't want me going to deal with that, so I will go over here. I now get to show you me parkouring it up. If you have athletics on, you basically are Spider-Man. You can climb up walls, you can climb around the ceiling. I personally don't like climbing up. I like the parkour feeling of this. Also, you get to glide around the city prototype style, which I think is just awesome. I don't know why that was implemented. Basically, if people wanted to do that, they should have just picked flight. I don't know why this game has gliding, but I'm not complaining about the fact that I'm scaling up the wall Spider-Man style. Okay, so what I'm looking at is directly below me, so Geronimo! I'd like to point out there is no fall damage in this game. Protect Star Lab forces and take out hive workers stealing exobytes. Hey! None of that! None of that. As you can see, this is a very athletic beat 'em up style game. I am a sorcerer, so I focus on... My primary focus is basically staying at a distance and stun. I DOT. I can pull people toward me, which I think is just awesome. It's got this nice fluent combination of what your powers do and the combos that mark what you do. For example, I've got this dive skill with my claws, which basically allows me to jump into the battle, but at the same time I could dodge back out and beam of death. Stun. Oh yeah, there's collectibles like all over the cities. It's pretty neat. You either get journal updates or you get items. For example, I just got a journal update. Oh, another big issue with this game, sorcerers and fire magi can juggle just absolutely hardcore. If I can pull this combo off, I will show you how ridiculous this is. Okay, so let me stun this guy real quick. Get over here. Launch in the air. Oh, that didn't work. But basically, especially with claws, one of my things lets me launch them into the air. Apparently, workers are immune to knock-up. I don't know why they're immune to knock-up, apparently. But if this was any other villain, maybe I can use it on a Stinger. Okay, it's not... I don't remember being able to do that. Oh, yeah, I do. The sorcerer stuns, it knocks up, it does... It's the big crowd controls class, and the martial artist also uses a large amount of crowd control. And these effects stack. For example, if this guy had knock-up, you would... Oh, I just did it there. I don't know what was going on then. But basically, in a nutshell, if I could knock one of these guys up, I have a skill that lets me draw them towards me, and then I have another skill which knocks them up. So I can effectively put these guys in just this constant state of knock-up. And I've done it before, and it's just hilarious to watch. Apparently that's not my knock-up skill. I thought it was. See, there we go. Knock up, I drag him over, and then I just knock him up again. Okay, I also have this fun little skill called Polymorph. Whatcha. You might notice oh, well, it didn't work because he died from it, but still. The targeting system in this game is very bad. I'm pretty sure Yahtzee complained about this at one point. Unless you lock on, it auto-targets the thing you're looking at in the reticule. And it will change if you look at something else. So if you're fighting a group of people... targeting will be a bitch, and you'll usually end up messing up your combos. But hold on. Okay, so... Stun... Polymorph. You might notice he's now a dog. He can take damage, but he can't deal damage, which is just ridiculous. That guy has a scythe. Oh my god. I did not know you could get scythes in this game, and I really want a scythe now, because that's more appropriate for that's my more ideal weapon of choice in video games. Okay, these guys are defended. I need to protect one more Starlab force. Okay, moving on. Hive workers. Okay, I'll just kill you real quick. The quests in this game are grind quests, which makes no sense to me. The max level is 30. Quests should not feel like a grind in this game. The quests in Guild Wars didn't feel like a grind at all. They had context. Every one of them had context. This game has context, more or less. Superman and all these guys are constantly telling you, I leveled up, are constantly telling you what you're doing, why you need to do it. The biggest problem with it is that you might notice these guys are not only limitless in number, but also gargantuanly huge in number. Like, there's just no end to... Like, yeah, this stuff has context, but there's just no end to any of it. And when you're done with this quest, you don't get the satisfaction that what you did made a difference. In Guild Wars, and what I hear doing in Guild Wars 2, also, you're going to hear me comparing a lot of stuff to Guild Wars, just FYI, because Guild Wars was my all-time favorite MMO. It was just, I just found it a million times better than WoW. Everything had context, everything made sense. I legitimately, it was just, the questing was perfect, the missions were perfect. I want to say enforced multiplayer, but team play, it really didn't with the introduction to with the henchmen and heroes. It kind of lost some of that value. But it was just, I don't know, it was just a really great game. I didn't have any issues with it. I don't see why people are having issues with it. But I'm not reviewing Guild Wars, you know what? I'm reviewing DCU Online, so let's treat this game as DCU Online. The game... Okay, I leveled up, so you have a choice between... Okay, I'm pretty sure, odd number of levels, you level up your skill. Every even number, you level up your weapon. Wait, no, scratch that, reverse that. I just hit level 9. So yeah, every odd you level up. You have a choice between getting a weapon skill, or you have a choice between getting a skill based on your travel power, acrobatics. As you can see, I'm not doing any amount of points in this. I don't see the use for it. By holding, what the hell is L3? Or numlock while gliding enables a rocket-like glide across the city with no need to stop or touch down until desired. See, that's just flight. Why in the heck would you have that available for acrobatics? That's just flight. Snags and pulls your target in close. See, that's exactly what I need as a sorcerer. I need another snag. I don't know if this honestly this wasn't intentional. I had no idea how well martial arts synced with just all of this. What's this? Heavy shuriken. Sure, why not? Okay, I now have a heavy shuriken, so hopefully these things will start doing some damage. Perform a cartwheel kick. Oh, I was doing that all game. Why are you telling me this now? I want to use the huge... Wow. That was actually kind of cool looking. It has the Warcraft issue of levels mattering. And I know people are going to say stuff about that. Well, yeah, that's what levels are for. Levels are supposed to... More levels means more stats, so levels just make... If there's a level difference, then of course it's going to matter, because you're more powerful than someone. And yes, that's true. And honestly, I'm comparing to Guild Wars again, where a group of level 9s could bunch up on... could and do at one point bunch up on a group of two level 20s and can win if their strategy is right. That's like what, a 12 level difference or something like that? I'm not saying levels don't make a difference in that game, mainly because levels adjust your health and your energy. And really I think that's all levels should adjust, is just your health and your energy. I think your ability to fight should be based on your actual skill and knowledge of the game, as well as better equipment. No, I'm not supporting the numbers theory of World of Warcraft. I'm just saying levels should just adjust how much health and energy you have. It makes it more fair. If that was the case in this game and I was getting ganked by that level 15 and I was getting ganked by that level 15 in the other game, that level 15 was a mental and I was a pyromaniac. Pyros just destroy mentals. I don't know why I said pyromaniac. I guess I wasn't the funny part is I wasn't a villain. I was a hero. But yeah, Pyro's entire thing is knock-up spam. I would have and the staff's thing is knock-up spam. That one was intentional. I actually did my homework on that. I would have destroyed that guy. The thing was, he was level 15, I was level 9. He had better, not only more health, but he also had better stats. He had more strength, he had more dexterity, intelligence, blah, blah, blah. He tore me to shreds, needless to say. He literally, I got knocked up and I got 2 hit. It was just that quick. It was depressing. There are so many games where when you go into you can go into instance or scripted PvP, and it flatlines your health, it flatlines your level, it flatlines your equipment. It makes everything even, and makes it truly based on skill. And that is just the best thing you can do for PvP, is make it even. Now, make it even based around level, health, mana-wise. If you make it even completely, there's no point in having classes. Classes need to happen in an MMO, unless your entire basis for the MMO is there are no classes. There are games like that. And actually, I have a couple of them on my blog that you can go read. To be perfectly honest, this is probably my last time playing this game. I'm probably going to uninstall when I'm done with it, because I recently bought Brink. It was on sale. It was $5. Thank you, Steam. I also have Argo Online, finally. This is a new computer I'm running around with, which is why I decided to go viral. Computer, it's powerful, it's fast, so I'm going to be bringing you more high-tech MMOs, and hopefully, if this gets enough views, I'm going to be bringing you more live streams and more recordings, and more actual voice reviews, because I'm actually enjoying this very much. I think this is a very good step forward for me, and for the Lord MMO blog, the Lord MMO's online game guide. Thank you for tuning in, everyone, and I will see you later.